Well, hi Aries, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Aries, let's find out what you can expect to come up in your life. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. I would check your moon sign or get a private reading from someone you trust. And all cards are male or female. The overall energy of this reading is the Six of Swords. So you're moving away from rocky waters. You're moving towards a calmer, more peaceful place in your life. And it's all because you're picking up swords of truth and clarity. So this is helping you to move on, to move forward. There has been some work involved because this boat is being pushed with a pole. There's no motor, but you're doing it. Up here in your highest energy is the Three of Swords. So there's been a heartache. There might have been a third party. So far I see no other cards here that suggest a third party, but I do see a heartache. So it looks like you're moving forward from it. It's been kind of a hard road, but you're doing it. There is the Eight of Wands next to the Three of Swords and right above the Six of Swords. This is communication. This is like through texting or emails or phone calls that we still do. So this is through the airways. So this is back and forth conversation. This is helping you heal. This is helping you move forward. There may have been conversation that was causing heartache. There may have been conversation connected to the heartache. I feel like it's helping you heal, and I feel like this conversation is going to come to an end. I have the Knight of Swords next to the Eight of Wands. So the Knight of Swords is rushing right towards the Eight of Wands. This is an actionable card. It's like you're picking up a sword of truth and clarity, and you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with all this communication. I don't need it anymore. I am moving forward. Now, right below the Three of Swords is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a sincere offer. This is a gallant, sincere offer, male or female, that looks like it's coming in. So, being below the Three of Swords, it's almost like this was a sincere offer. I think it's already came in. And there was some kind of broken heart over this individual. And you could be moving forward with them because of the conversation. And you could be getting over the heartache because of this conversation and moving with them. See, there is more than one person on the boat. So there's always a possibility that you are moving forward with them after this rocky patch, these rocky waters. But I have that Four of Cups right next to the Six of Swords and under the Knight of Swords. I don't know. I kind of feel like you're not moving forward with them because you're not really looking at this offer. Now, it's like they try to come back in. There's a lot of talking going on. Your heart is still broken, but I think you're ready to move forward. They probably were sincere about their offer with you. Okay, they probably do have some love for you, and they wanted to come back in, but I just don't see you reaching out for that cup. Either it's an apology or an explanation. It's them reaching out with the cup again, wanting to start over. I just don't see you reaching out for it. You're looking at these other cups. So I think that in your mind, you know that there's more out there to pick from. So I feel like you're really hesitating on reaching for that cup. Now, whether you do or not, let's just keep reading. But so far, I kind of feel like you might be moving forward on your own. I could change my mind. There's a lot of healing going on over this Knight of Cups. This is the Four of Swords. Very spiritual, stained glass windows, swords of truth and clarity. And this is like spending time alone, on your own, quiet times, soul searching, praying or meditating to the universe on what to do here in this situation. So I think you're getting a lot of truth and a lot of clarity is coming to you, and this is helping you to move forward. I think you waited a long time. This Knight of Cups that was in your life, I think you really did have feelings or love for them because your heart, you know, is involved. But the Seven of Pentacles here, which is under, you're moving away from the Seven of Pentacles. And this healing is helping you to do so. This is like waiting for this bush to bear fruit. It's waiting for this relationship to come to fruition, like to move forward, to become more grounded and stable, possibly even waiting for a commitment. But waiting and waiting and waiting. Look how, you know, like bored and like you can hardly hold yourself up with that staff anymore. Looking at those pentacles, wondering when it's going to come in, when it's going to happen. So I feel like you're just ready to move away from all this. It was heartbreaking. I have the Queen of Cups next to the Seven of Pentacles and under the Four of Cups. The Queen of Cups is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the Queen of Cups here, what she's doing is this is your energy. You're trying to peer in those little windows on the lid of that cup, the only cup in the deck with a lid on it. That cup is full of answers to love questions. So you're trying to peer in those windows because you are like questioning the love. You're questioning the love because of the stability, the security of the relationship just wasn't happening. So you do question the love or the sincerity of this cup coming back in. I think you get a lot of answers through this conversation here with the Eight of Wands. And it's like, okay, you're getting your answers, and now I think you know what you need to do. You don't need to talk anymore because it feels like once you get done talking, you're done talking. It's like you got your answers, and you know what you need to do, and you'll do. Let's take out the second part of this reading. I can change my mind about anything until the reading is over. One or two cards can make a big difference. For Aries, universe. For Aries. Oh. Okay. I have the Nine of Cups up in your highest energy next to the Knight of Swords. So yeah, you are putting your love on a shelf. You have a lot of love that you can share with somebody. You're protecting it. You're sitting in front of it, arms crossed. You know you have it. And so you're just kind of putting it in reserve for the moment. There is a fresh start and a new beginning awaiting for you. This is where you're headed. The Ace of Wands. This wand is just blooming. I mean, there's something fresh and new ahead of you here. It's like when you reach the other side of this lake, you're entering a new start in your life, a fresh start. The Ace of Wands is right next to the Death card. This is the card for Scorpio, so Scorpio might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the energy is leaving the old behind and moving towards the new. It's like ringing out the old year and ringing in the new year. So you're leaving some old energies behind and you are moving forward. And you're moving forward towards a fresh new start, new beginning with all that love that you're just going to hang on to. Okay? I have the High Priestess under the Nine of Cups and next to the Four of Cups. This is the card in the tarot deck for intuition and knowing. It's very spiritual. It's like pulling back that pomegranate curtain and paying attention to what yourself is telling you. So your intuitions are running high, and that's a lot to do with, really not reaching out for this offer coming back in. Your intuition is telling you don't do it because you kept waiting for this pentacle and it wasn't coming in. And so I think this is why you're moving forward. Also, the Page of Pentacles, and this is under the Ace of Wands. It could be about your enthusiasm of like looking forward to your fresh start, your new beginning. You're wondering what that's going to look like, who's out there, what's going to happen, It's like, these fresh starts and new beginnings are like traveling to another world. So yeah, you're trying to examine this pentacle as if it was a crystal ball, but you're definitely going to be looking for someone who has a pentacle in their pocket, someone who wants to be grounded, because you certainly do. The Judgment card is right next to the Page of Pentacles and under the Death card, moving forward. Well, guess what? You've learned your spiritual lesson. Look at all these people waking up here. Guardian angels and spirit guides blowing their horn down on you. You have awakened to a spiritual lesson, and it has to do with who you choose to be in your life. Make sure they have a pentacle in their pocket. Follow your intuition. Pay attention to the red flags and the green flags. And trust yourself. Trust what yourself is telling you. I think that was part of your spiritual lesson, and I think you've woken up to it. I think that's why you're moving forward. I think that's why you had all this conversation, and you went and had to heal, and now you're moving forward, and you're deciding to hold on to that love until the right person comes along. I see this walking away, and this is what your intuition is telling you, is that this love that you have for this person is not serving you, and you need to turn your back on it, and that's exactly what you do. It is next to the Queen of Cups. That took a lot of thought and a lot of reasoning to come to that conclusion, but if you followed your intuition, it was telling you the same thing, is you must walk away, because there was deceitful behavior. There was something else going on with this Knight of Cups. Now, they were sincere when they came in, but they weren't fulfilling their end of the bargain here in a relationship. I have the Seven of Swords, which is deceitful behavior. So they might have been hiding something from you. They could, because, the Seven of Swords is looking back at the Ace of Pentacles. I think what they were hiding from you is that they were not committable. They did not have a pentacle to offer you. But, taking all these swords of truth and clarity, I think they let you believe they might have a pentacle, and you just kind of figured out for yourself that they didn't. They're looking back. They also, what could be with this Ace of Pentacles on this side of the Seven of Swords, it could be that they were already in a relationship with someone else, that they were already committed. And that could be why they weren't committing. Wow. Aries, let's pull out the bottom card. Ooh, the Star. Well, the Star is the card for Aquarius. Aquarius might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the Star is a deep healing. I mean, you've gone through healing here. You've got a lot of truth and clarity. You've done a lot of soul searching. And with the Star here, it's so deep. This is why you're able to, like, you heal, and you're like, no, you don't need to have a connection with this person any longer. The Star is remembering the essence of who you are, seeing your own reflection in that pool of water, healing right down to your bare bones. Very spiritual card, very deep healing, and this is what's caused you to have be actionable in moving forward, and also to discover and realize that no, you need to put your love on a shelf behind you and wait for the right person to come along. So in order to do that, you must move forward into a fresh start, a new beginning. You learned your lesson, you've woken up to it, and you're heading towards a brand new life, a brand new start. And you're really anticipating what that's going to look like. So Aries, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.